What's up, folks? Hope you're doing well. Um, let's see. Audio should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I would say let's dive right into the charts. So let me check. I think no high impact news expected for today. I mean, I think we had 8:30 news. What day is today? Today's Thursday. So yeah, 8:30 news. Ah, bro, wrong week. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday here. Okay. So we had 8:30 news, unemployment claims, and no 10 a.m. news, no nothing. Tomorrow as well. Okay. So I mean, technically, we should definitely expect some better price action for today, at least better than yesterday and the day before yesterday. So yeah, let's quickly analyze the daily chart and see and determine our bias. Okay, can we just take the executions off? Perfect. So, brief resume. So we had this weekly fair value gap. That was the draw for today's, or for the current week. That was the bias for the whole week. Tried to trade up into it and reach up into the daily fair value gap once last Friday, twice on Monday, and now a third time yesterday during FOMC. We failed to reach up into it slightly and shallowly. We've taken out this high like by a tick or whatever. So that was not a meaningful run on liquidity. We ran to the downside into this inverse fair value gap. Respected this order block and yeah, traded all the way up again, and now we are still inside of this shitty ass range. So yeah, kind of difficult to say what the bias is, because at least not on the daily. On the daily chart, it doesn't look clear to me. Of course, we have this fair value gap above, but we fail to trade up into it 3 times. So yeah. But something I already mentioned yesterday were these relatively equal highs and these relatively equal lows. And yesterday's live stream, I told you guys these lows and these highs are probably the target for FOMC. And it depends on whether we take these highs first or these lows first, okay? And I told you if we take these highs first, for example, I told you we are probably going to take out sell sides afterwards, and this is what we did. So basically what I said was, if we take relatively equal highs, lows first with the FOMC statement, then we are probably seeing buy side taken next, or vice versa, the other way around. Okay, now buy side was taken first, shallowly, like a few ticks. We went above this high, and then we've taken out sell side. So yeah, this sell side is definitely purged. Okay, this can be seen as maybe still relatively equal highs. It's kind of the same. Yeah, difficult to see if you don't look at the values above. You can see here, high of this candle was 25,800 869.75, 869.75, and this is high 867.75. Okay, so this is 2 points above. So technically we took out buy side. Yeah, but that was a clear run to the downside. So we still have more or less relatively equal highs above, and we have this daily fair value gap, and we have this new day opening gap, which I think is the draw for today. So my bias is rather bullish for today's New York session than bearish. Yeah, that's basically a quick analysis on the high time frames. So yeah, I would say we keep that on the chart. The new week opening gap, maybe we can label it new week opening gap. Not new week opening gap, new day opening gap. Put it to the right. Can we do it? No. Yes, we can. Okay, put it to the left. I mean, that's daily fair value gap. Daily fair value gap. Can we put that in the middle? Okay, no. Whatever. So yeah, new day opening gap I think is a draw for today's New York session. Yeah. Okay, so let's drop down into 50 minutes. Yeah, kind of looks the same, like the 1 hour chart looks very similar to it. So yeah, you can see it here more clear. Yeah, during London, I was looking for a short setup, but I didn't see this new day opening gap in the beginning. And as I was looking at the 1 hour chart, I changed my bias, which I have now, which is bullish. So yeah, okay. 1 minute chart. Let's map out liquidity pools. So we definitely have these relatively equal highs. They are obvious drawn liquidity on the buy side. Pre-market highs. Pre-market, bro, come on. Pre-market highs, put it to the left, and we have clear sell side liquidity here. Yeah, relatively equal lows. And relatively equal lows on the downside. So put it beneath. Okay. Then we have sell side here, pre-market low. Okay, that's what you want to do before, like, every session, before every New York session. You should just map out pre-market buy side and pre-market sell side. Okay, the liquidity pools that form the highs and the lows that form between 7 a.m. and 9, as much as 9:30, these liquidity pools are very important. Okay, so this is basically what I did. 8:41 low, we have 7:35 low, already at 7 a.m. start. 7 a.m. started here, so technically you also have this low, but yeah, this is in close proximity to this one, and this is more, that's like more of an short-term low. So yeah, what you want to do then is you go from electronic trading hours. If you are trading futures, you have the ability to, now you can see it on the screen right now. I have an ultra wide screen, so you only see, like, yeah, you don't see the whole ultra wide screen, of course, because I'm streaming on 9020x 1080p. So yeah, there's a portion that you don't see. But if you go to the right corner and on the bottom, on the right hand side, if you're trading futures, there's a little button you can click, electronic trading hours, ETH. You can toggle it to RTH. Okay, then what you're gonna see is this one. So you see yesterday's 4:14 p.m.'s close here, and you see the 9:30 opening, which is in 5 minutes. You see the 9:30 open, so you see an opening range gap. Okay, if you're trading forex, if you are trading CFDs, for example, you don't have the ability to switch from electronic trading hours to regular trading hours. For example, if I go to, I am trading right now micro E-mini NASDAQ, which is a future. Okay, if we go to the NAS 100, which is also a NASDAQ, but it's not a future, it's not a future. These are CFDs. Okay, so CFDs don't have the button ETH on the right hand side on the bottom. Okay, but what you can do is you just use the same levels. Okay, for example, on MNQ, which is NASDAQ, but it's a micro NASDAQ. Just map out the same levels, even though you don't have a gap on CFDs or Forex. Okay, you have no visual gap, but you can use the same levels. So you just go back, go to the left, you find 4:14 p.m.'s candle, you take the closing price. Okay, that's what we're gonna do on NAS 100. I show you an example. You go to NAS 100, for example, CFDs, not a future. You go back in time, go to the left, and you find 4:14 p.m. Okay, 4:14 p.m. is right here. Okay, 4:14 p.m. closing price is here. Okay, then you go back. Okay, then you go back and you go to 9:30 opening price. Okay, so this is only for CFDs. Okay, when you're trading futures, you can just toggle and switch between electronic trading hours and regular trading hours. Okay, CFDs doesn't have the button. You don't have the opportunity to change it. Okay, so what you want to do is 9:30 opening price, 4:14 yesterday's 4:14 p.m. price close, and today's 9:30 open. Okay, 9:30 open is around here, and then you have the same levels like you have here in the future. Okay, it gets a little bit more clearer in a minute when 9:30 opens. Okay, so yeah, and this is called the opening range gap. Okay, this is a concept taught by ICT. I don't know, he taught it like 2 years ago or whatever, but this is definitely something you want to be aware of. Okay, it helps a lot in terms of like bias, where's price wanting to go, and how you can navigate through price action. Okay, so 1 minute left. And yeah, what you want to do Same thing in NAS 100. Same thing for NAS 100 as for MNQ. So MNQ is just Nasdaq futures, and NAS 100 is Nasdaq. So it's the same asset. It's Nasdaq. It's an index, but yeah. Okay, so 9:30 open in 15 seconds. So let's delete. What is it? Okay, not important. Let's delete this one. This one, that's a new day opening gap. That's a daily 5 ID gap. Okay, so yeah, 9:30 open. Here it is. Okay, what you want to do is, as I told you, 4:14 p.m. close here. 9:30 open here. Okay, so take these levels, put a fib on. Maybe also do it like me, like this. Okay, whatever. So, and in NAS 100, you just basically do the same. Okay, we have 9:30 open, which is here. Here's 9:30 open. Yesterday's 4:14 p.m. close. Ah, bro, I took the wrong level. Okay, my bad. That was Wednesday's 4:14. Ah, sorry. Yeah, okay, that was the right level. I thought today's Friday and yesterday was Thursday, but today is Thursday and yesterday was Wednesday. My bad. Okay, so Wednesday 4:14 p.m. Thursdays, today's 9:30 open. Put a fib on, and you can change. You can use these levels. This is just like that's the same like this. Okay, like sorry, this next 100. That's the same. Same thing. Okay, same thing. And yeah, NAS 100 and NQ don't mark to market like not don't look the same like 100%, but looks very similar. Okay, so you don't have the same lows. Maybe it could be like slightly different, but yeah, more or less you have the same chart. Okay, so yeah, and you can work with these levels. So yeah, what you want to do then is also mark out liquidity pools on regular trading hours. Okay, when you don't have regular trading hours or electronic trading hours because you don't trade futures but you trade CFDs or Forex, for example, just go back in time and use like the same idea that I'm using here. Okay, so go to regular trading hours and look for liquidity pools that you can see here. Okay, we have relatively equal highs, relatively equal lows, and we also have this buy side. Okay, so you always want to map out regular trading hours liquidity pools, and you want to go to electronic trading hours and you want to map out these liquidity pools. Okay, obviously this liquidity pool here it's not realistic for today's trading session. Okay, it could happen if some crazy event, I don't know, but it's not realistic to expect price to go all the way up into here. So yeah, I can actually delete this buy side. Okay, so what the relevant liquidity pools are these pre-market highs. Okay, buy side liquidity and these relatively equal lows. So if you don't want to overcomplicate it and just want to trade with what you have on electronic trading hours, that's definitely something you can absolutely do. Okay, but if you want to, I don't know, maybe know more about price and I don't know, discover new things, you will absolutely notice that price definitely is going to use these levels. Okay, this is again, we are back to regular trading hours. And if you don't understand what I'm saying here, just look up. Basically, what I'm trying to explain to you guys is just ICT's one setup for life. Okay, watch this video from ICT, one setup. I think the title is One Setup for Life. So yeah, that's what you want to watch. And yeah, great video. Even if you're not an ICT trader, this is how you can understand liquidity and know where price is likely to draw to. Okay, so now we've taken out relatively equal lows here. We took out pre-market lows and these relatively equal lows. Okay, so if our bias is correct and if we are bullish, now we should see a market structure shift to the upside. Okay, not saying it will 100% happen, but as I told you, my bias is rather bullish. Could be wrong. My bias is rather bullish, so we want to see higher prices. Okay, and in order for me to take a long, I would definitely want to see price. Let's go back to regular trading hours. Okay, I thought this was the first percent fair value gap, but actually here's 930, so this is not the first percent fair value gap, but nevertheless, you want to annotate this fair value gap. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of overwhelming right now. It's too much on the chart for me personally. I guess for you also, guys, on TikTok, on YouTube. But yeah. Okay, maybe we delete this cell set here. And yeah, maybe also this. So for those of you who are new to the stream, they don't understand maybe what I was saying or what I'm actually annotating. Okay, so yeah, let's keep it at this. Nice and simple. Take note sell side. Okay, so we want to see a high time a shift in market structure now, more soon. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, price action is kind of muddy here. I don't know why. Looks like price smart money is accumulating longs below this liquidity pool. So what I'm saying is obviously people went long wherever they went long, okay? But people definitely were long here. So where did they probably have their stop loss, their sell stop? Most likely they put their sell stops here, okay? And you always want to pair. This is how the market works, okay? Somebody put their stop losses, their sell stops here, okay? So if this stop loss gets hit, you want to pair this order the sell stop order with the opposing order. Okay, so for example, when you go long, for example, you want to buy maybe 2 contracts long, okay, and at the same time where you go 2 contracts long at this area and price, there must be somebody who's willing to go short 2 micros. Okay, so you always have to pair buyers and sellers. And yeah, when the people went long here have their buy stops here, so they have to sell when price comes back down in here. Obviously they want to be stopped out. Okay, so if they put their sell stop, their stop loss. Okay, let me make a hypothetical example. Okay, for example, they went long here. Okay, stop loss here, I don't know, take profit here, for example. So let's say here they were still in the trade, no profits taken, okay, endured this whole price action here, and then they got stopped out here. Okay, so here they went long 2 micros. Basically what happens at their stop loss, they sell 2 micros because they went long 2, they sold 2, so they are 0, they are out of the market. Okay, if you go long, for example, 2 contracts, and here you sell 3 contracts, then you are 1 contract short. Okay, so your stop loss is just like yeah, when you go long 2 contracts, your stop loss is just saying, okay, there is the point in price where you sell 2 contracts, because you bought 2, you sold 2 then, and you are at 0, you're out of the market. Okay, and yeah, so these people went long here, sold 2 contracts here, and smart money accumulates longs here. Okay, that's what I was trying to say, and I guess now it was understandable. Kind of took some time to get there, but yeah, I think that could be just accumulation, or my bias could also be wrong and we go lower, but I don't know. As I told you, when we go back to the 15-minute chart, we had these relatively equal highs taken here, but it's only taken by, I don't know, two handles. We said two handles. Okay, this high comes in at, I don't know, 867 or whatever, and this is 825,869. Okay, so we swept this high here by 2 handles, went 2 handles above, 2 points above this high here. Then we took out sell side. This is still can be interpreted as relatively equal highs. We also have daily fair value gap above, so that's actually a good draw to the buy side. And since we already took sell side as well, it's more likely to go higher. I could be wrong, but we also have this new day opening gap here, which is also a strong draw to the buy side. So yeah, I'm expecting higher prices. I don't want to go short. So yeah. Okay, this sell side also looks quite obvious. Okay, this is also beautiful, relatively equal lows. Price could also maybe draw down into these relatively equal lows and then go higher, or maybe just crash to the downside and go higher later on. I don't know. But yeah, this is what I'm expecting as of yet. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. I don't want to have the same kind of price action like yesterday, bro. Yesterday was horrible. Nah, yesterday was actually fine. But the day before yesterday, bro, on Tuesday, bro, price action was horrible. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Seems like we go lower first. Yeah, like I said, it's difficult to say where we want to go on a daily chart. It's kind of 50-50. Also, like I said yesterday as well, daily looks kind of 50-50 for me, higher or lower, I don't know. 1 hour or 15-minute chart looks rather bullish. We've taken out sell side, buy side still kind of remains intact. Also, daily fair value gap above. So I don't know. I still don't think that we see lower prices today, or at least not in the New York session. What's up, Bender? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Relatively equalize lows here. So this could be the draw on the downside. Bro, the daily chart looks aggressive. I mean, hmm. Hmm. So the reason why I'm 50-50 on a daily chart is because, like I told you in the beginning, bro, it's not showing strength when you are failing to trade up into the daily fair value gap, for example, here, okay? So we tried several times to trade up into it, but we couldn't reach it, okay? So, and another two reasons are, for example, are this, okay? When you grade this price run from high to low, okay, we already went up into kind of the OTE level, okay? So we are in deep, deep premium. We also took out these highs here, and yeah, we failed to trade up into here. So this kind of looks like we want, our price wants to retrace further to the downside, at least maybe into this midpoint, the equilibrium. Why this one, or why into here? We also have this fair value gap here. We have this fair value gap here, which is started here. The fair value gap low is in a discount, and yeah, we already reach up into a premium, fail to trade higher. So we could have also gone for the all-time highs, but in this scenario you would have wanted price to trade up into fair value gap here and maybe also close above. As long as we don't close above this midpoint of this fair value gap or even above this fair value gap high, I don't think we go for all-time highs. Okay, this is kind of acts like a threshold. If price stays below it, I don't really want to anticipate or predict an all-time high to be taken. Okay, when we get above, of course we are in close proximity to the high. Nothing would be more logical to predict the all-time high be taken out. Okay, so but as long as we are below it, and we are still below this daily fair value gap, and we took these highs, it's kind of makes more sense to expect a deeper retracement on the daily chart. But also on the other side, we went down into this inverse fair value gap. Okay, we traded down into this inverse fair value gap here. Okay, can we delete? Come on. And we already traded down into this fair value gap and traded down into this order block. So we are still in between this daily fair value gap and this daily inverse fair value gap. And as long as we are inside of this range, as you can see, price is consolidating and trying to build sentiment. Okay, a lot of people try to go long here. A lot of people try to short these highs. Okay, short here once, short twice, failed, got stopped out here. All the people who went long maybe also were aiming for all-time highs or this fair value gap, were stopped out also. So a lot of people get taken out of the market in this kind of in this area right here. Okay, and yeah, I don't want to get wrecked. As long as we are in between these daily fair value gaps, it's hard to say if we go higher or lower. Okay, I want to see price break out of this fair value gap to the downside and close beneath it, or vice versa, trade up into this fair value gap and close above it. Then bullish, we aim for all-time highs. If we close below this inverse fair value gap, we gotta see how price is trading inside of this fair value gap, but maybe then we could see a deeper retracement, maybe into this volume imbalance right here, but this is nothing we should concern ourselves with for now. So yeah, back to the 50-minute chart. We took out these relatively equal lows here, still raging lower. Yeah, I mean, if you had bearish buys, or if I had bearish buys, I wouldn't know where I would have entered a short from. Okay, this wasn't looking too bearish. accumulated below these relatively equal lows. Okay, even went higher. Maybe some people maybe went long here. I don't know. Definitely not me. And then we just crashed to the downside. No retracement higher. No retracement down up into a fair value gap. Here we did have a retracement up into this fair value gap. But yeah, when we had this retracement, we already have taken out these lows. So I don't know how far price is willing to continue trading to the downside. What's up, Eamon? Oh, Romeo, how are you, bro? So, yeah, I don't want to go short. I don't have bearish buys, at least not with this intraday price action. Took out relatively equal lows here and here. Buy side makes more sense to me when I'm looking at the 50-minute chart. Yeah, but the daily chart kind of tells the opposite, okay? And this is not really high probability market conditions when the daily chart looks rather bullish and intraday chart looks rather bearish. Okay, you want to trade when your bias on the daily chart is bullish, on the weekly chart is bullish, on the 1 hour chart is bullish, 50-minute chart is bullish. Then you know, okay, we have a high probability trade setup. But I don't know, daily looks bullish, intraday looks rather sorry, I said it the wrong way. Never mind, you get what I'm saying. Okay, let's see how price is trading inside of this inverse fair value gap. Put the quadrant levels on it, and yeah, maybe like this. Okay. Cells are taken. We can delete this one. I don't know what is this line anchored to. Okay. PM session relatively equal lows. Okay. Whatever. So now we are inside of the inverse daily fair value gap here, okay? Daily fair value gap from 13th November. Okay. Bro, I don't want to go short. What are you guys thinking? How we doing? Oh, Sterian, what's up, bro? Um, yeah. Yesterday we avoided a loss, so I didn't take a trade yesterday. Today also didn't take a trade. I haven't traded yet, so no trades taken for today. I was rather bullish for today's New York session, but yeah, kind of looks like my bias is wrong, and price just dumping. How you doing, bro? For those guys who are watching on TikTok, if you want to go and watch my YouTube live stream, check out my YouTube channel. It's in the bio. So if you want to check that out, definitely would appreciate it. But yeah, nice, bro. Gotta be patient with the market. Yeah, definitely. In December price action, you definitely gotta be patient, bro. How you doing, bro? Did you watch some ICT videos? I don't know. We were talking about it a few days ago. How's learning? Bro, come on. Why can't we see higher prices? I'm doing alright. I watched some of his videos. Yeah, there's a lot that is still. What? There's a lot I did still not understand, but we'll get there. Also saw his Twitter account. Yeah. Uh, actually, ICT is on holidays. He said he's back on February 10th, 2026. So he took some time off of social media, but you can definitely um, watch his Twitter videos. Interesting to see his executions and stuff. So yeah, you definitely got to be patient when learning ICT's concepts. I don't know, he has like 700 videos, and yeah, it took me like 7 months to go through all of his videos. At least no, it took me like 7 months to watch ICT mentorship 2022, 2020, 2023, and 2024. And yeah, so you definitely got to be patient. He's also not, he's a character, bro. He's not, you gotta know how to deal with this content. But if you endure it and just discover your passion um, with trading, bro, he's definitely the guy you want to be watching. You can hate him or love him, but his concepts, I don't know. For me personally, my experiences are definitely great. So I can see the progress every day. And I've been learning ICT for like a year and 3 months, or maybe a year and a half. And you can definitely see the progress, okay? And I couldn't imagine learning something else and getting there, getting to becoming profitable sooner than with learning ICT's concepts. So yeah, I could definitely recommend his concepts. And yeah, I also tried support and resistance, like I told you before. I also tried that and some other things, and I gotta say, like the precision is just too. I don't know. If you, for example, if you watch a video from him, like especially the mentorships, bro, you watch something and you learn something new, You can go directly into the chart and into the charts and see it yourself. And that was kind of mind blowing to me personally, because like I can remember like a year ago, I don't know, yeah, it was like a year ago, last year, May, June, or July. That's when I discovered his channel, and I can exactly remember the first time I watched the 2022 mentorship. I watched, I don't know, the first videos, and I was like, okay, let's dive right into the charts, and let's see if he's talking shit or there's really something to it. And I was going into the charts, and bro, I was just looking at something that he presented in his video, but the video was like kind of, I don't know, like 3 years old, and I just saw it printing, and I saw how prices reacting to these fucking fair value gaps and stuff. And bro, I was like mind blown. I was like, this can't be true. And yeah, then I was just too interested, and I was just thinking like, okay, bro, I think that's it. That's what I was looking for the entire time. And yeah, I stuck to him, and it's a tough journey. Honestly, trading is tough, bro. Not the technicals. You can learn the technicals in the first like 6 months. But bro, getting to know yourself, wrestling with your own character flaws and psychology and stuff, bro, trading is hard. It's not definitely not for everyone. But yeah, luckily I'm like a disciplined guy. I've like I'm playing football since I am 5 years old. I never miss a training. And also same thing with the gym. I go to the gym 5 times a week. I never miss a training. So this kind of forged discipline. And yeah, I projected my discipline I have in my normal day-to-day life into the charts, and it definitely helps a lot. So yeah, without discipline, you won't make it. But yeah, I guess it's with everything in life. Everything that is worth reaching for or aspiring, bro, it's hard. If it was easy to get a six pack, bro, everybody would have a six pack. But then it wouldn't be like, oh, I want to have a six pack. If everybody has a six pack, bro, I don't care if I have a six pack or not. It wouldn't be something um, worth reaching for. So if you get what I'm saying. I would definitely check his channel further. Does he only trade futures? What about you? So, in the past, he also traded forex, but yeah, since I don't know the war, I don't know if I can mention like politics, but with the war and stuff, trading forex is too risky right now, because if something happens like war related or stuff, forex this directly has an impact on forex. And futures, for example, if you trade Nasdaq, Nasdaq consists of 100 stocks, and if something happens like politics or war related or whatever, it doesn't have too much of an impact on Nasdaq, for example. Okay, this is why Nasdaq is less riskier than forex. But recently he's trading futures. Yeah, he's trading Nasdaq. But his concepts, you can apply his concept also on the stock market, on forex, on futures, on apparently also on crypto, on Bitcoin. So yeah, what about you? So I'm only trading futures. I used to trade forex as well in the beginning, but then I thought, okay, I'm learning ICT, and ICT was teaching his concepts through the Nasdaq, and then I thought, okay, for example, what I was explaining in the beginning, I was trading forex, but in forex, for example, if you go to euro USD, okay, you don't have the ability to toggle to switch between regular trading hours and electronic trading hours, okay? If you are on Euro USD now, for example, okay, and you look in the on the right hand side on the bottom, there is only the time zone, okay? So you can switch between regular trading hours and electronic trading hours, which you can if you trade futures, for example, NQ, E-mini Nasdaq futures. If you look on the right hand side on the bottom, you can see the time zone, which you don't see now in the stream because I'm trading on an ultra wide screen, and on the stream you also you only see like normal resolution. I know you get what I mean. So you don't see a portion of my screen. But if you look on your own charts, if you are on futures, you see something called ETH. And if you click on this, you can go to regular trading hours, or another way to find it, you can go to settings. You can go to symbol. Yeah, symbol. Okay, this is German, so if you don't understand it, this is German. But if you go to symbol and then session, then you can also switch it, okay? And he was teaching a concept, for example. This is what I was going to go with. I'm saying. What I'm saying is, on futures, you have this ability to change and switch between electronic trading hours and regular trading hours, okay? And you can do this on Forex, for example, or on generally like CFDs. You don't have the option to toggle between these two sessions. And he was teaching a concept which is opening range gap, and the opening range gap is just this gap you see here. On futures, you have a gap. When you go to regular trading hours, you have a gap. Yesterday's 4:14 p.m. candles close, and today's today's 9:30 opening, okay? And he was teaching this concept, and I thought, okay, when I'm trading Forex, I technically don't have the ability to see this gap visually, okay? And then I thought, like, okay, it would be better if I just trade what he's trading and trade what he's also teaching through, like, so when your mentor is teaching on Nasdaq, bro, there's a reason why he's trading Nasdaq, okay? For some reason, Nasdaq is apparently maybe better than Forex. Yeah. On Forex, you can also use these levels, these opening range gap, this concept as taught by ICT. But you don't have this gap, okay? But you can just do the same. You go to on Forex, for example, Euro USD. On Euro USD, you go to yesterday's 4:14 p.m. candle. Just take the closing price, extend it to the right, and take today's 9:30 opening price, extend it to the right, put the fibs on it, and you basically have the same. Oh, Misha, what's up, my goats? How are you doing, bro? Okay, Stereo, fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah. So you don't need to overcomplicate it. So Michael, how are you doing, bro? Bro, do you know who was watching my live stream, bro? Romeo. Romeo discovered my TikTok and just was watching my first ever live stream on, I don't know, last Monday or whatever. Kind of funny. Bro spamming likes. We actually have 5 viewers right now. I never had 5 viewers, so definitely appreciate you guys. Also on YouTube. So how's your trading going, Sterian? Okay, so now it seems like we reverse and now trading higher towards this opening range gap. How's the day going? Bro, I was at the gym with Aaron, and coincidentally, we also met Taki. So we had a nice gym session. We did some back and chest. Bro, was definitely a great gym session, bro. Oh my days. I actually yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for the likes. Bro, I never bench pressed 100 kilos, and recently I started bench pressing 90 kilos, and I was training with Aaron, and Aaron, I don't know, Aaron bench pressed like 80 kilos, and after his first set, I thought, okay, put 10 kilos more on it on each side, then I have 90, bro. But I just miscalculated, and I had 100. But I was thinking like I was doing 90 kilos, so I'm below the bench, and I'm taking the barbell out of the rack, and I was also already feeling like, bro, this is kind of, I don't know, heavier than the last time. And I was doing like, okay, like 3 or 4 reps. I did like 3 or 4 reps. Then I put it back, and I was looking at the weight, and then I was like, damn, I bench pressed the first time in my life. I bench pressed 100 kilos, and I was thinking like I was doing 90. So I was kind of happy to do like 3 to 4 reps with 100 kilos. Um, yeah, I really was happy afterwards. Oh, Dennis, was geht? What's up, Dennis? Bro, thank you for the rose, Michael. Bro, streaming definitely makes fun. How are you doing, Michael? How was your day? Why are you not in university? Bro, 1,000 likes, bro. What are you doing, bro? uh, okay, so nothing really happening right now in the charts. Mm, bias is still bullish, so we have these highs right here. I think price is trading, and it's going to take out these highs. But I don't know if we were actually bullish, that would be enough of a manipulation to the downside. So we went to the downside, took out these lows, and if we were bullish, that would actually be enough. But I don't know, we traded all the way down into these lows. So I don't know if this is really a manipulation and this is a reversal. That this could also be just a retracement higher, and then we could see some type of continuation to the downside further. So I don't know. Um, yes, sir. Thank you for the likes, Michael. Dennis, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Romeo and Dimitri still in the live stream. Definitely appreciate you guys. Um, yeah. I'm kind of nervous right now. I never had 5 euros at once, and yeah, price is still doing nothing. I don't know. Um, so okay, maybe let's see. Where's first percent fair value gap? This actually could be first percent fair value gap. Also, price is using this fair value gap, but I guess this is too tiny. That's too small. So let's see and just monitor these two fair value gaps here. Okay. Bro, we are on Nasdaq. I want to go to micro Nasdaq. Okay, basically the difference between NQ, which is Nasdaq, and MNQ, which is micro Nasdaq, for you guys to understand where the difference is. So yeah, the difference is basically the worth of 1 point. Okay, in micro Nasdaq, 1 point of price movement is worth $2. 1 point of price movement in the Nasdaq, not in the micro Nasdaq, in the normal Nasdaq, 1 point movement is worth $20. Yeah, that's basically the difference between MNQ, micro Nasdaq, and NQ Nasdaq. Okay, so I don't know what's this line? This is it yesterday's? Bro, what is it? What is this anchored to? I don't know. Okay. This this is the daily fair value gap. Okay. So that's daily November 13th inverse fair value gap. We traded to the midpoint. And yeah, we didn't take out these lows. So yeah, I don't know. So if you're trading futures, watch how price is using these levels, okay? That's the opening range gap. If you are following ICT and knows concepts, this is like a very beginner friendly concept, I would say. He taught like 2 or 3 years ago, so there could definitely somebody of you who know this concept. So definitely mark and annotate this opening range gap, which you can only see on regular trading hours if you trade futures. If you don't trade futures and you trade Forex or CFDs, for example, NAS 100 is CFD, you don't see this visually, okay? I don't want to explain it again. So, yeah. Bro, it's just too much on the chart, so maybe we just okay, let's delete the opening range gap. Definitely monitor the opening range gap, guys. We have sell side. Okay, let's delete sell side. So obvious jaw pre-market highs here and this new day opening gap. What is a new day opening gap? In case you guys don't know, new day opening gap is just this gap between yesterday's 5 p.m. or 4:59 p.m. closing price and today's opening price at 6 p.m. Okay, when you're trading futures don't trade all day long. Okay, futures have a break, a 1 hour break between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. and here you have a gap. Just take the gap high, which is 4:59 p.m. closing price and today's opening price, extended to the right, and you see miracles happen around these levels, okay? And this is not exaggerated, okay? This is definitely something you want to have on your charts. So, two great concepts of ICT: new day opening gap and opening range gap. Opening range gap is this one, and new day opening gap is the difference between yesterday's 4:59 p.m. closing price and today's opening price at 6 p.m. Okay, You can also use an indicator. For example, I have this indicator that shows me all of the all new day opening gaps, the recent new day opening gaps from the last 5 days and the last 5 new week opening gaps. And for example, if you use this new week opening gap, you can see how price is drawing to it. Okay, here, 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 use it here also. Okay, new day opening gap, another new day opening gap. So you can see price always, or not always, but oftentimes all the significant price runs originate from these levels. Okay, here, here, tag, using it, bam. Okay, so use it here again, here. So definitely an interesting concept, which takes time to understand and how to use it and how to navigate with it through the market. But bro, if you figure that out and gain experience with using it and seeing it, dang, bro, you have some advantage over all these other retail traders, bro. I can tell you. So yeah, that's just like a complete takeoff. Okay, so we have no real retracement. That's not a point where I want to go long from this order block. Or yeah, let's see, first percent fair value gap here and this fair value gap. So we use this one and this one. Nothing I would want to go long from. Why? I expect the higher prices after we've taken out these lows. Okay, now we've went all the way down to the downside. We've taken out these lows. We didn't reverse right away from this level here. Okay, so we're taking out lows here. We could have reversed from here. So we traded all the way down into the inverse fair value gap, the daily inverse fair value gap. Use the midpoints of this fair value gap to the tick, and then went to the upside. Okay, so the reason why I still want to see higher prices, but why I was not trusting this price run to be a reversal but a retracement instead is, yeah, because we just took out this sell side, we took out this sell side here, we took out this sell side, we took this sell side, this sell side. So what I was used to do in the past was, for example, my bullish as today was bullish. Okay, I thought, okay, we are bullish today. I want to see higher prices. Okay, I want to see this sell side to be manipulated, and then want to see reversal. Okay, the reversal never came. We have taken out this sell side, for example. Yes, not in this scenario, like in my hypothetical example. Okay, so in the past I saw these lows taken out, these lows taken out, and I used to think like, bro, we've taken out so many lows. Now at this low, for example, price has to reverse and go to the upside. And what happens was, okay, we had a little price run to the upside. I went long here, but this was just a retracement, and then I got stopped out, and price just had a continuation to the downside. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to pick the bottom in a bearish market. Okay, why is this considered a bearish market? Because we were just trading to the downsides and taking out all these sell side liquidities. Okay, so trading lower and lower and lower and lower and lower, and you don't want to be the one who is in the end trying to pick the reversal. Okay, you don't want to say, oh, now price has to reverse. Okay, you should better think like, okay, we've taken out so many sell side liquidities, we won't reverse. We are more likely to continue to see a continuation to the downside and admit that your bias is probably wrong. Okay, in this scenario, maybe my bias is not wrong and we actually go for these highs, but if you get what I mean, I was used to do this and pick the reversal, but in the end you are better off not taking these trades, but most of the times, 9 times out of 10 times, if you go long here, you get stopped out and price is continuing to the downside. Okay, this is basically what I'm trying to say. Now, this time, 1 out of 10 times, okay, this is actually reversal, and maybe we go all the way to the buy side. Okay, but then it's just an example where, okay, price goes without me, I'm sitting still, I'm doing nothing. So yeah, so maybe for your understanding, I can just draw it out. Maybe if it wasn't clear to you guys, then yeah, for example, okay, your bias is bullish and previous market structure looked like this. Okay, like this, and then you have like relatively equal highs here. Okay, and what do you expect? Okay, maybe I have to go like this. Okay, so what do you expect? You expect price to sweep sell side liquidity, take out these lows, or maybe even this low, bam, and then you want to see a market structure shift. That's an example where I would have gone long from here or maybe here. Okay, perfect. This is entering in a, that's a bullish market. We only have higher highs and higher lows. Okay, we've taken out sell side liquidity, and this is a point or here where you are in a overall bullish market. So you are not trying to pick a bottom here, or yeah, you are trying to pick a bottom, but you're trying to pick a bottom in a bullish market, which is absolutely fine. This is what you should be doing. Okay, what you shouldn't be doing is if it wouldn't look like this, but price would do something like this. This doesn't look like a manipulation, because a manipulation would be just maybe take a one sell side but then go to the buy side. A manipulation isn't taking out all the sell side. Okay, that's an example where you are just maybe looking just for lower prices and admitting to yourself like, okay, maybe my bias is just wrong, and we continue to the downside. If something like this happens, we are more likely to see a retracement higher and then a continuation lower than seeing what we are seeing now, which is just seeing like this, a complete reversal. Okay, this is very rare. This, as I told you guys, 9 out of 10 times this doesn't happen. Okay, so yeah, I guess now you get what I mean. So no entry opportunity or no model that I would be trading right now. Okay, so maybe if we go back to regular trading hours, okay, we still weren't able to trade up into this opening range gap. So we fell short of it, tried to reach up into it, but as of yet, weren't able to show the strength to get up into here. Okay, this is another thing ICT teaches. If you are bullish, for example, okay, if you are bullish and you think price is going higher, and I assume you know the PD-Ray fair value gap. I think all of you know what a fair value gap is. Okay, so for example, this fair value gap. Okay, if you are bullish, when price fails to trade down into these PD arrays, that's a very bullish sign. Okay, this shows strength. So if you want to see higher prices, you don't want to see a price do this. Okay, if here we have a value gap, first of all, you don't want to see price fill in. You don't want to see price fill in completely the fair value gap. And also what you don't want to see is if price now trades down into the fair value gap, trades higher. Okay, now we touch the high, but let's make a hypothetical example. If price was trading lower, but was not even able to trade down into the fair value gap high, but stopped here and then resume lower, that's very, very, very bullish. Okay, this is how you read price action, or one way to see if price is trading in your favor, or you should expect like, maybe if you were long here, maybe I should close a trade or take some profits before price is reversing on me. Okay, so guys, I give you some sauce right now. Maybe you don't appreciate it right now, but if you go into your own charts and see it yourself, you go like, bam, he's right. That motherfucker's right. Okay. So yeah, we can delete this fair value gap, but as you can see, this random fair value gap that I extended or that I use here, look how price is using it here. Okay, so nothing is fucking random in these markets. Nothing. Definitely nothing. You can't say like, bro, that's random that we reversed at this level, bro, to the tick. Price went down into this midpoint and reversed from here. Bro, this whole price run originated from this level. What is this level? Again, if you go back to the daily, that's this inverse fair value gap. And all the PD arrays that ICT taught put a fib level. What is a fib level? Put this Fibonacci. How's it called? Here, fib retracement. Put this fib retracement from the low to from the high to the low, sorry, and apply it to like basically every PD array. Okay, back to the 1 minute. See? Maybe this is, as I told you, not a reversal, but maybe just a deep retracement higher. And maybe we see now a continuation down to the downside. I don't know, but it's not a market environment that I want to be taking trades in. Hustling long, we catch? No, bro, I didn't go long. Did you go long, Dennis? Caught the explosion. Nah, bro, that's personally for me, that's not a long. You were in school, okay. Nah, bro. I just outlined in the stream why I was not taking this trade. How's school again? How was school, bro? I also need to go to university in like an hour, or no, in 20 minutes. At 11 a.m. I got to go. Ass, yeah, school is ass. School is fucking ass. Okay. Now, as I told you guys, put a fib on, and you can see price's reaction is reacting off of this midpoint of this fair value gap, just like it did here. So yeah, it's not random, guys. And for those of you who are watching right now, I'm streaming every day on TikTok, on YouTube, every day from 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 11 a.m. Maybe if there's something interesting in price action or something I want to explain to you guys or answer questions, maybe I do a little bit longer, but yeah. scheduled is like from 9:15 a.m. to 11 a.m. So about an hour and a half. Guys, everyone in his Discord server. What are you taking at uni? Um, I'm studying. How's it called in English? Business administration. But gotta be honest, bro. I don't want to study. I do it for my parents, bro. This is the shit I want to do for my whole entire life. Trading, guys. Trading is it. So, guys, everyone in this Discord channel, bro, he told you guys, if you want to join my Discord channel, it's completely for free. I'm just doing like I'm doing now, analysis for high time frame, daily buys, intraday buys, also for London session or PM session. If I see a setup, I post it in there and analyze my trades, everyone else's trades, everybody who's in there, basically share their trades and explain why they took them and stuff like this. So if you're looking for a community of like-minded people, definitely check out my Discord server. If you are on TikTok right now and you want to check it out, I don't know why, but TikTok is not letting you go from the link direct. It doesn't lead you directly to my Discord server. So if you go on TikTok and click on the link, it says like something went wrong. Then you have to go to the like 3 points. I don't know, like in the right hand side in the corner on like above. And you have to go to the 3 points and go to open through browser, I think it is. But if you go on my YouTube, it works. If you go to my YouTube and try to go to the Discord link, you can join directly. YouTube allows you to open it directly, but YouTube allows it, TikTok doesn't. So when you go via TikTok, you need to open it through the browser. Ja, was studierst du nochmal? Ja, Bro, Business Administration. In German it is BWL. It's just economics. Economics. Kind of boring, gotta be honest. And difficult as well, but yeah. I don't have to be present in the uni, so I don't need to physically be there during the like Vorlesung. How is it called in English? Like classes. I don't need to physically attend to the classes. Most of the classes are streamed online, or I also use like an external company, not directly from university, but some previous students who graduated and got their bachelor degrees decided to open up like a company where they help other students, and they do like summaries of all the classes and some exercises and tasks and whatever, and which you can use to train and learn to yeah, to learn with to how do you say, to bestehen? I don't know, to get through your classes. Every semester, in the end of every semester, you have exams, and you can learn with their learning videos. So that's actually what it is. Yeah, like I told you with the fair value gap, if price fails to trade down into it fair value gap, that means we are extremely bullish. Same thing with the opening range gap. This acts like a huge magnet, and if price is even failing to trade up into this huge opening range gap, that's actually showing weakness, okay? And if we were in fact bullish, why not trade directly into this opening range gap, or why not use this fair value gap? So this is at least what we see right now. If we are bullish, that's a deep retracement. But if we are rather bearish, what I told you, we probably are, because we don't want to be the one who is picking a bottom in a bearish market. You want to pick a bottom in a bullish market, okay? For example, I explain it again quickly. If you have this price action market structure, this is definitely bullish. Nobody can tell me like this is bearish, okay? That's definitely bullish. So in a bullish market, you want to pick a bottom, which this is. That's a manipulation of sell-side liquidity. That's a bottom in a bullish market, and you want to pick a bottom in a bullish market to go higher from, okay? But what you don't want to do is, now if price does something like this, as we witnessed right now, if price does something like this, which we did here, if price does something like this, maybe we are rather in a bearish market, so that's just a deep retracement here, a deep retracement. Maybe people think, oh yeah, we go higher, and then this is more likely. Price is just, I don't know, chances are we see something like this, then we see this as a complete reversal and do something like this, okay? This is not too probable. Yeah. So I want to see higher prices, honestly, because we've taken out 15-minute relatively equal highs, lows here. We've taken out sell side here. And we have relatively equal highs on the buy side and daily fair value gap. So like I told you in the beginning, my bias was definitely rather bullish than bearish. But since, yeah, we witnessed this completely dump to the downside, bro. Now I don't know, bro. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? We are 50-50 right now. I don't know, honestly. And this is something you definitely need to learn. You need to learn when is high probability market environment and when should you rather not trade and stay outside of market. And maybe I'm not saying people can't be profitable right now and people are maybe not and people are not taking this as long or this as a short. Definitely somebody out there definitely should took this as a short or this as a buy. It's just not my model. Bitcoin prediction, bro. Honestly, I don't really follow Bitcoin. I know it's at, I don't know, 80,000 or 79,000 right now. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we can do a quick analysis of Bitcoin. So I don't know, what do we use? Bitcoin all-time high history index, USD. Yeah, I think Coinbase or Binance. I guess. Let's go with Binance. Okay. Okay. Maybe you cannot trade on a 1 minute chart. Let's see Bitcoin. Okay, first let's go to the weekly. So we were bullish the last 2 years, obviously. And we've taken out a buy side here. Now this looks, just my first impression, this looks like a market maker sell model to me, okay? What is a market maker sell model? We have original consolidation. So this whole price run to the upside originated from here, okay? And a market maker sell model is something where like you have an origin where price originated from, this whole price leg started here, went to the upside, we've taken our buy side, had a market structure shift. So everybody who is watching ICT or learning ICT, rather looks like to me like first impression. I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't analyze Bitcoin normally. Usually, I don't give a fuck about Bitcoin, so I don't know. But for me, it looks like we could go down into these lows, so which is 74,000. Because why? Why do I think this? Okay, like I told you now in the stream, we had this fair value gap. Now price traded up into it here, failed to trade up higher and left this portion open. Okay, that's extremely bearish. Okay, what happened then? Price just dumped to the downside. Okay, same thing here. We have fair value gap. Price traded up into it, but only touched the low. That's extremely bearish. What happened? We dumped. Okay, so we have this fair value gap here, which is not too obvious because it's just too tiny. That's an obvious fair value gap. This one's also too tiny. That's obvious. That's too tiny. Like these are obvious displacements, okay? So price traded up higher, failed to get up in here. Kind of have sideways movement right now, so we're kind of consolidating right now, more or less. That's a rejection block here. So a rejection block is when you have a short-term high, which this is. We have a short-term high. This is the closing price of the highest up close candle. That's a PD array taught by ICT, okay? Price was trying to reach up and reach for higher prices. Now, if we grade this wick, this wick is just like a fair value gap, okay? Price traded up into, failed to trade up into this midpoint, okay, like we saw a few minutes ago on Nasdaq. Every fair value gap, every wick, every PD array you see, grade it, put a fib retracement on it, and you see price try to reach up into the midpoint, failed. Okay, what did I told you guys? If you have a fair value gap, put a gradient level on it, and you see price fails to trade up into the midpoint, just stays in the lower half. That's bearish. Okay, just like here, midpoint failed to trade up into the midpoints. We have this rejection block. Price got rejected from here and closed below. What is it telling you? Is it either bullish or bearish? Not saying, okay, that's the reason and that is causing a dump to the downside like this, but it could happen. I'm just analyzing price action. Okay, so if I'm trading Bitcoin today, my bias for today on Bitcoin would rather, from the daily chart, be bearish. And as you can see, we also have a bearish down close candle for now. Okay, I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm just analyzing because Danny asked. Okay, so my bias on Bitcoin, we have this low here. Not saying we go all the way down to this low, but rather looks like it. If we now see maybe in a displacement lower and a fair value gap, let's see. Actually, okay, maybe a next stream on Monday, or not on Monday. Today's Thursday. Okay, next stream tomorrow, Friday, 9:50 a.m. We can maybe just do it regular, bro. You know what I mean. We can do it more often, and maybe also take a look on gold. What is gold doing? What is gold XAUUSD? There it is. Okay. So my stance on gold is yeah, I mean that's the last fair value gap on this price leg to the downside. Okay, price got rejected from it, went to the downside, went down into this order block. Okay, why is this an order block? Same thing with the Bitcoin. We have lowest down close candle with rejection. What is it? Rejection block. Okay, price went all the way down into this rejection block, and this is also everything is happening here inside of this fair value gap. What do I tell you guys? Great, this wick. You see, price was able to wick down lower, but what does ICT tell you guys? The wick does damage, the bodies tell you the story. Okay, look at the bodies. Where do the bodies close? Above the midpoint, and we are rather bullish. So in a bullish market, you want to see price close at or even better above the midpoint, which we did here. So that's an order block. Order block closing price, it's a rejection block. Got respected here. So this is also an order block. Price traded up higher into fair value gap. Okay, look where the bodies close, above this midpoint. Okay, so that's not too bearish. If in a bearish example, you would want to see price trade up higher, but stay in the lower half. So what did we do? We were able to trade up into the upper half. So we could see a retracement now because we weren't able to close above, but we closed above the midpoint. So retracement down, respected this order block, and now we were able to inverse. That's a bearish fair value gap, but if price trades above it, then that becomes an inversion bearish fair value gap. So inverse fair value gap. So now that we were able to close above it, we are more likely to see all-time high get taken. Okay, there's still some way to go. Okay, these candlesticks are huge, but this is kind of like the last. No, not the last. We still have this order block, and now you want to see how price trades through these levels. Like with the fair value gap, if price is able to close above this midpoint, we are more likely to see this high get taken. So we're rather bullish on gold. What is NQ doing? That's a question. MNQZ 2025. Looks like a continuation lower. Daily fair value gap, daily inverse fair value gap. Use midpoint. Yeah. I'm still not sure which is the first percent fair value gap. I guess this one. So we can delete this one. Highlight this one. Okay. No problem, Danny. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, Timur, what's up, bro? Thank you for all the likes. Sorry, I was too focused with the analyzer right now. Okay, so first percent fair value gap, price traded lower, only where price was only able to trade up into this fair value gap. Midpoint got rejected. Used this fair value gap here as reclaimed bearish fair value gap. Okay, traded up into. Now we had a shift lower. Okay, so alles Gute, wollte nur kurz vorbeischauen. Thank you, bro. Gab nichts, oder? No, bro. Have you taken any trades? I didn't take a trade, at least. Bro, I bet you guys this. Okay, no. Okay, he didn't take a trade. Bro, this guy is like too good, bro. I don't know. He always has some profitable trade. Timur. He's also a member of my Discord channel. So, like I told you, if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. Yeah, kind of difficult today, or is it? Timur, bro, I was bullish in the beginning. That's not too bullish. Now, it could go higher, but I guess this is just a retracement higher, and we see a continuation lower, but it's not high probability. That's the reason. Sterian, great gems you dropped. You gotta go to the uni though, bro. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, bro. I just don't want to. I gotta be honest. I want to keep streaming and I don't know, help you guys explain some things and drop gems. But I guess I got to go now. It's 11 a.m. Short brief review what happened today. Yeah, I expected manipulation, which actually wasn't a manipulation, just a huge crash out to the downside. Retracement up into 930 fair value gap, failed to trade up into opening range gap, didn't take out buy side, and now we are more likely to see lower prices. Yeah. Thing is, why I was bullish. I was bullish because the dollar DXY. I give you another gem and then I have to go, okay? If you go to dollar is dumping right now, bro. Dollar is just crashing to the downside. Where's dollar wanting to go? Maybe it's reaching down for this fair value this volume imbalance, okay? That's a huge draw. Why? We also have this low and this volume imbalance. If you have a liquidity pool and an inefficiency, that's a huge draw. And you have this one, and you can see prices racing to the downside, okay? So that could be the draw. So buys for dollar is bearish right now. So if dollar is bearish, you want to see higher prices on NQ because they are inversely correlated. So if dollar goes down, you want NQ go higher. If you trade Forex, for example, you trade Euro, USD, if dollar goes down, you want Euro, USD to go higher. If, for example, Nasdaq goes higher and dollar also goes higher, that's a decoupled market according to ICT. And if you see dollar go higher and Nasdaq go higher, you are less likely to see beautiful runs and you are more likely to see price chopping around and consolidating, okay? But the correlation between Nasdaq and dollar is not too strict. So if dollar goes up, you can see good moves to the upside as well. But if dollar goes down and NQ and you have bullish bias on NQ and you see a good setup for a long, that's definitely high probability setup there, okay? Not saying you cannot find high probability long setups when NQ goes long and dollar goes long. You can still see good setups forming, but not maybe like two one directional runs, okay? If dollar goes higher, NQ goes higher, you're not likely or less likely to see sustained one directional, really long, beautiful runs, okay? That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, so dollar's lower. Also, NQ rather looks bullish, or what am I doing, like MNQZ 2025? So NQ rather was bullish and maybe is still bullish. I don't know. We're in between these fair value gaps, like I outlined in today's live stream. So if you want to know more about buys and what I told you guys, for those who maybe joined a few minutes ago, you can go on YouTube and rewatch this live stream. Then you see what I was outlining here. So therefore, I was intraday also bullish. So it was in its right correlation. So I was looking for higher prices in NQ and lower prices for Nasdaq. So yeah, but obviously NQ dumped and is still going lower. I don't know. It's 11 a.m., 10 to 11 a.m. New York session is over. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Definitely appreciate you guys that you were here today and listened to me. Definitely appreciate it, guys. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, link is on my TikTok, in my TikTok biography. And if you guys who are watching on YouTube right now, if you want to check out my TikTok, also go to the YouTube biography. And yeah, link is there. Link is also in the video description. So, like I told you, appreciate you here. And I would say I catch you in the next one, next night live stream, like every day, 9 a.m. to about 11 a.m. Yeah, so I catch you tomorrow. Be safe.